Took 4 or 5 nights to bring him down. Second and short. Fumbled snap. Giles picks it up. And now a third down coming up. Third and about 4.
Giles on the carry.
Short 4.
Brought down for a loss on the
Under
play.
5 minutes in the game.
Bringing up third
Wait.
This is crunch time.
for East Canton.
You did not want to have a bad snap there
No.
if you're East Canton.
I think you have to go to the air at some point, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Giles. Handoff. Suntheimer.
I don't think you made it.
He did not. Here you go. You're on your own 30.
On the play will bring up 4th down and 1. The line of scrimmage is the East Canton 30-yard line.
One more broken tackle, and he could have had it. Trayton Mackey, the freshman defensive end on the tackle there. Nice play. 4th and 1, for all intents and purposes, this is probably your ball game. Giles in the gun. Suntheimer. He got it. Just enough for the first down. Aquinas coaches, including Mike Cook, the head coach, and Antonio Hall, the defensive coordinator, pleading for that not to be a first, but it was. Under 4 minutes now. Giles wants to throw.
No.
This one intercepted on the near sideline. And with the interception, Elijah Chungu comes up big in crunch time.
Intercepted by Elijah Chungu.
Returns it into East Canton territory. What a play by Chungu, the defensive back. The safety was right there. Second throw of the night that was picked off by this Aquinas defense, Elmer.
The Knights will start 1st and 10 from the East Canton 33-yard line.
Just wasn't there.
No. He didn't throw it far enough.
So do the Knights try to put that knockout blow on the scoreboard now? Hawkins, Color, stopped for a minimal gain. Aquinas coaches expressing their pleasantries with the zebras on the field right now.
Well, it's not this.
No
It's the
gain on
clock.
Play. 2nd down and 10 for the Knights.
They're at home. They should be getting a fast clock.
Good look at the second-year head coach Mike Cook there in the white hat on the sideline. Been patrolling it all evening, looking for his 4th win here at Aquinas. Looking to start 2-0 for the first time since 2016 here at Aquinas. Hawkins, that's Burt. Asian Burt, almost free again.
That's a mismatch.
To number 13, Asian Burt.
Enough for a first down, though.
When he gets the ball in the open field, it's almost a mismatch.
So darn quick.
Nice move there.
The Knights will have 1st and 10 from the East Canton 18.
He was right there.
There's a kid that can catch a 5-yard pass and take it 85 yards.
Absolutely.
I mean, anytime.
Anytime, any down, anywhere.
Yep.
Ball at the East Canton 19. Color stopped in the backfield. Malik Hill, the outside linebacker, had one tackle for loss last week and, well, gets another one there as a timeout is taken by East Canton. Great read here by Malik.
remaining for East Canton.
Nice play.
What did he do well there?
He got penetration. Okay, he got.
Just a couple minutes remaining here at Serpilla Stadium. And Aquinas trying to put the finishing touches on a possible 2-0 start.
Welcome to Friends and Family Credit Union, where we believe every member is a friend of the family.
Hi, I'm Nick Langenfeld, President and CEO of Friends and Family Credit Union. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. We provide financial needs in the most reasonable and cost-effective way. What are you waiting for? Stop in one of our locations today to become a friend of the family.
At AltCare, you matter.
When we answer your call or meet with you in person, you are the top priority.
We work with your physician, pharmacy, and over 7,300 other providers. We want to be your trusted resource.
We invest in collaboration, our youth, and our community, which we continue to serve with gratitude.
Commitment and community were the reasons we started over 30 years ago.
And why we are still here today.
AltCare, where you matter.
A little over 2 minutes remaining. Our Old Carolina Barbecue Company scoreboard. The Aquinas Knights trying to start 2-0 for the first time since 2016. Head coach Mike Cook in his second year, the St. Thomas alum, looking for his fourth win at the helm of the Knights. Beat Gilmore Academy last week in OT, 28-21, and he's on his way to possibly win number 2 this season. You talk to some of the coaches here too. They feel this win could give them a great chance of making the playoffs in Division 7, Region 25. They need to wrap it up here though. Second and long. Hawkins wanted to throw. Now throws. Burt. Asian. Sideline. He's out inside the 10.
Pass is complete to Burt.
Close to another first down, if not there.
Take your time. Take your time.
It is, I believe, a first and goal.
Was good for a St. Thomas first down.
At about the 8. Hawkins, Burt, trying to get there, brought down at the 5.
Why they hurrying now?
Pass is again complete to Burt. Brought down inbounds.
Clock continues to run. You think Asian Burt wants his third touchdown of the night? I think he does.
Yeah.
Scored last week on a defensive touchdown.
I think he's gonna. I think he'll score a few this year.
Just a handful. It's a hunch.
He's pretty good. He's a very good football player.
He is at the bottom of your screen. Number 13 in black is very dangerous. Toss instead, Avion Color. Color nice brought down. In the open field, that's Jaron Mola, who was hurt earlier.
Brought down for a loss on the play.
And with a little over a minute left,
East
Canton takes a timeout.
Final timeout of the game.
It's their last time out of the game. So, pretty critical play coming up now. Third down and goal from the 13. What do you draw up here, Mr. Sheets?
I would run the ball. You're ahead, and time is on your side. And East Canton would have to go, what, 90-some yards to beat you?
They would have to go a ways in their offense that is not.
And that's very difficult.
Not proven that they can pass the ball.
No.
Then again, you could get it to Asian Burton space and.
Hey, get him on the jet sweep.
Is that what you'd run here?
Yeah, that's a good play down in the goal line. Yeah.
The Knights will have
got Burt and Zarin. They'll be at the bottom of your screen, and then Chungu and Owens at the top of your screen. And Karif Color with Hawkins. Hawkins wants to throw. End zone. Over the head of Owens. And Chungu was all alone.
Hawkins' pass is incomplete.
So 4th and goal now at the 13. There's plenty of time left on that scoreboard to cause problems now. I think Sedmock is going to attempt this field goal here.
Kill the clock. Now they're going to give him a chance.
Should be about a 30-yarder.
Timeout called by the Knights.
I see you shaking your head over there. I think you're wondering why they're not running the ball, right?
Yeah.
Because East Canton is out of timeouts.
East Canton's out of timeouts. If you run the ball there, I mean, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. The clock.
These two teams, the first meeting since 1966, by the way. And way back when that took place, the Hornets won both times. They won in 1965, which was the inaugural year of football here at Aquinas. Then they won in 66 again. So Aquinas technically going for their first series win. It's just been 53 years in between the last matchup. Well, now it looks like they may be going. Burt, Zarin, and Chungu, bottom of your screen.
Just find
Color
13. Find
with
13.
Hawkins.
Find 13. Everybody in the world defend 13.
Hawkins rolls, looking, end zone. Burt, that's a touchdown! Agent Burt, 13 yards out. His 3rd touchdown of the night. And that's your finishing touches if you're a fan of the Knights. Holy cow, what a play. No one was near him. You called it. You said find 13.
There was no question who they're going to go to, is there?
Now, technically, still a big extra point here. Sedmock needs this to make it a 9-point game, and he got it.
Sedmock's extra point is good.
Get another look at that touchdown now. A beautiful play. Hawkins with a beautiful ball here.
It's wide open.
13 yards for number 13.
On Friday.
The 6th.
The 6th, but, well, it's the 13th. Well, you understand.
I get your idea.
I'm trying to get a concept across here, and obviously it's not working.
You know, you never got to use your entomology.
Entomology, yes. I wanted to say that the Hornets, coached by Spider Miller, for all you entomologists out there.
We asked Spider. You asked him midweek. You said, why are you named Spider? I want you to tell the story.
Well, when he was a kid, they said he used to go up in a ladder when he was on a paint crew with his dad. And he used to just run up and down the ladder with paint brushes and everything else on him. And somebody said he looked like a doggone spider going up and down there. And hence he's been Spider Miller ever since.
And as you said to him, when somebody calls him John, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, the secretary over there. I says, is Coach John Miller there? And she says, you mean Spider?
She felt like you had insulted her.
Yeah. Everybody knows he's Spider.
We'll get to that drive summary here in a moment. These fans are ready to burst here at Aquinas. A chance to start 2-0 for the first time since 2016. Sedmock to kick it deep. A squib kick. Taken by Reeder. Tony Reeder. And probably all but over except for padding stats And that key game-winning drive summary there, Elmer.
Okay, number of plays was 8, total 33 yards. And the final was a 13-yard TD pass from Hawkins to Burt. The extra point was good. And Burt has had 10 receptions for 136 yards, and most important, 3 TDs.
By comparison, Burt had 10 receptions last week for 37 yards.
37 yards.
Giles throws. Suntheimer with the catch. So that means last week he averaged 4 yards a catch. This week he's averaged 14 yards a catch. That's a significant difference.
Significant. I'd like to know how many missed tackles on him.
He's made guys miss.
Oh, yeah.
Giles. Still looking, brought down. Host of Knights there to help out, including the defensive lineman in Robbie Mitchell there. 3rd down. Give is to the running back for East Canton in Mola, and Mola gets into Aquinas territory. But this is all but over. Aquinas still egging on their players to play till the last whistle here. But they have goggles on that read 2-0 when you look into them. Giles. Over the middle, nice catch there. In traffic too. Suntheimer. Clock stops. Wonder where this passing game was. Giles will spike it. But Aquinas has gone into a prevent, right?
What was that?
Aquinas has gone into a prevent for all intents and purposes.
Oh,
right?
yes. Keeping everything in front of them.
What's the old adage about prevent defense?
There was an old coach at Michigan State, Duffy Doherty. He didn't believe in the prevent. He says, you leave the dance with the girl that you came.
Giles chucks it towards the end zone. This one intercepted again. Ray Sean Owens in the end zone. And Aquinas has their sights set officially on 2-0.
Let's go, baby.
3rd interception of the night by Giles.
He's not all together there yet.
I wonder if they're going to throw here.
Go get the coach. And he's like standing around texting on his phone.
I believe, and this is, Elmer, this is just a hunch. Just a hunch. There's a sweet formation you can go into in this case, where the quarterback simply has to propose to his offensive line. And that's exactly what he did. Celebration on the campus of St. Thomas Aquinas High School. The Knights get a huge Week 2 win over East Canton by a final of 23-14. They improved to 2-0 in the young season. What a win for this group of upstart Knights. We'll have the final stats and an interview with Coach Cook after this.
Skeppers likes to keep an eye on her neighborhood, like MCTV watches out for our neighbors to make sure everything runs smoothly for our customers. From our technicians in the field to our engineering experts behind the scenes, we use top technology to keep your internet, TV, and phone connected. Plus, expert local technical support and friendly people to greet you. Everything in the neighborhood the way it should be. MCTV, we go the extra smile.
community, politics, world news, and more. Find it all on The Gary Rivers Show, 10 a.m. till noon, weekdays on News Talk 1480, WHBC, and online at WHBC.com.
1, ladies and gentlemen. 2, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel this is going to be a big day.
Life were only like this.
Wouldn't want to miss this.
Looking forward to it.
What's this all about?
This is very exciting.
So cool.
Beautiful.
Great.
Mind if I have a look? I'm delighted to be here.
Amen.
I am.
Oh, very groovy, very groovy.
Let's have some fun today.
I like it a lot.
That's all there is to it.
I've heard a lot about you. I've heard a lot about you, too.
WHBC presents the High School Football TV Game of the Week. The AllCare TV Game of the Week is brought to you by AllCare, Altman Health Foundation, CSE Federal Credit Union, MCTV, Northern Ohio Honda Dealers, Old Carolina Barbecue, SARTA, and Friends and Family Credit Union, and can be seen locally on This TV Canton.
It is a winning night here at Serpilla Stadium for the Aquinas Knights in pretty thrilling fashion, as this is a team that is going to celebrate for hours to come now after this big win tonight. And one of the men celebrating is the head coach of the Aquinas Knights, who our sideline reporter and Noah Hiles had a chance to catch up with the head coach in his second year, Mike Cook. Go ahead, Noah.
Aquinas Knights coach, last year 2 total victories, this year 2 games, 2 wins. How good does it feel to be off to this solid of a start?
Feels really good. We had a tough season last year. The senior group, it's a special group. They really worked hard this offseason, and I'm proud of this team. And that's why we're 2-0 right now, because the effort these guys put in every day.
Talked about the senior group. There was a pretty strong effort from an underclassman you received today, Asian Burt. 3 touchdowns, had a heck of a game through the air and defensively. What do you have to say about his effort?
He had a great game today. I mean, just, the way he ran the football in the open field when he caught the ball on the screens. Defensively, played a great job. Alex made a great throw, made some great plays for us. I'm proud of those guys. Asian, is an exceptional athlete, so we were proud of, the plays that he made today.
You took on an offense that scored 30-plus points in their first Week 1 victory. You limited them just to 2 scores. What did you think of your defense today?
Our defense played lights out. We told our guys they're going to run the football, and we got to stop the run. Coach Hall had a great game plan against them, and those guys really ran and tackled well this week in practice, and then we also showed in the game as well.
Coach, 2-0 on the season after just 2 wins last year. Go enjoy this with your teammates. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
And he is indeed going to celebrate with his team. This whole community is going to celebrate, because this is a huge win for them, and trying to bring back a culture that has banners hanging up here. That 1984 state championship banner with Jack Rose hangs up here, and I know many fans remember those days. And part of the reason why they were able to win tonight was because statistically they really dominated the game. The stats may not show that, but they were able to get things done.
If you look at the stats, John, both teams did what they do best. East Canton rushed for 218 yards, 76-yard pass, and 15 first downs for a total of 294 yards, but 3 turnovers. And for St. Thomas, 42 yards rushing, 292 yards passing, 19 first downs for a total of 334 yards and 1 turnover. Individually, East Canton, Turner Giles was 6 for 13 for 76 yards, 1 TD, and 3 interceptions. Nate Sunheimer had 21 rushes, 117 yards. Jerron Mola had 13 rushes, 53 yards, and Tony Reeder had 14 for 48. And Tyler Hoover had 1 catch for 17 yards. For St. Thomas, Alex Hawkins, again, an unbelievable night. He was 17 for 22, 292 yards, and 3 TDs. Yvonne Kohler had 13 rushes for 26, Rayshawn Owens had 3 catches for 109, but Asian Burt had 10 catches for 136 and 3 TDs. And he's a heck of a football player. And he's only a junior.
He is. He's a junior, and he gets a pretty great distinction tonight because of that night. He is our Altman Health Foundation Player of the Game. Asian Burt, 10 catches, 136 yards, 3 TDs. And as I was telling you, this is coming off of a week, Elmer, where you caught 10 balls last week for 37 yards. And that was it. 10 balls for 37 yards. That's an 11-yard difference in yards per catch.
You know, the other thing we're not even mentioning when we talk about him, he played a heck of a defensive game.
He did.
He was up in there making some big hits. He's just going to be a good football player. He is a good football player. There's no question about it. And, yeah, like you say, a 10-yard average increase, not too bad. I'd like to see how the rest of the year goes for him. It would be interesting to watch that young man play.
They're going to be an exciting team to watch. Our rock-solid play of the game tonight brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union, one of the multiple interceptions made by this ball hawking secondary, one of 3 interceptions by this secondary for St. Thomas, and it belongs to Vinny Zarin. And Elmer, this was a great play as we take a look at it here, and we will do that here momentarily, but it was early in the game, and I know it was a play that you talked about that it was the one where both the guys for
East Canton,
they
were in the same area. You can't do that. You have to get some separation there so you don't bring that other defensive player into the area. It's just too jammed up with they had 3 defensive guys in there, and they only had.
Bless you.
Thank you. I need it.
As we take a look at the play, here it is. Just too many guys in one area.
Yeah. There's 3 and 2,
It's a good mismatch there, isn't it?
Now if the black shirts were catching the ball, throwing the ball, it'd been okay.
But on offense, that was the case. They did have more guys in the area.
Yes, they did.
Final one thought, one sentence if you had to say something about Aquinas tonight.
I was very impressed with St. Thomas Aquinas. I didn't know how good the team that they beat last week, and they have I know Coach Cook keeps talking about bringing back the tradition of St. Thomas. I'll tell you what, I think he has them going the right way. That's for doggone sure.
For Elmer Sheets, my color commentator tonight, for Noah Hiles on the sideline, Bob Jeffries, our statistician, Billy Smith, our director, and then our entire image video crew. Great job to everyone all the way around tonight. I'm John Bozica signing off from Serpilla Stadium. The St. Thomas Aquinas Knights are 2-0 for the first time since 2016 with a 23-14 win over East Canton. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.
For all your